So what I want you to do is imagine you're travelling alone at night through some woods. You decide to make a camp, so you make a campfire next to some trees. And you're sitting there pondering the events of the day. It's really, really dark except for the light of the fire. And then 30, 40 feet off to your right, you hear a crack as something steps on a twig in the woods. What would you like to do? And that's the game in a nutshell. It's up to me to set the scene as a games master. It's up to you to interact with the scene and describe what you want to do. And then we're going to use dice and your abilities and what you can and can't do as a character to establish the success and degrees of success. If you want to run away, how fast are you? Is it something threatening? Do you want to explore? Do you want to have a closer look? Do you want to kind of just get ready in case something bad's going to happen? It's a whole world of options, and it's all there in your imagination. And we're going to tell a story together, and that's D&D.
I would say it's like a board game mixed with collaborative storytelling. So you all like contribute a bit to the story, and I find it normally starts like very epic, like Lord of the Rings, and then it like devolves into silliness after a while, and it just gets increasingly more silly and weird.
It is the adult version of playing pretend as a child. Just like when you were young, you all get attached to your characters. Except now there's rules involved and nobody can pull out the I win because I said so card.
Everyone wants the game to be like Lord of the Rings, but it turns out to be like Monty Python. Yeah, because it's just sheer shenanigans. It just kind of derails us.
I spend most of my time at home revising for my degree. Like I go from uni, I go home, I revise, I go to bed, I go back to uni. And then this kind of gives me this whole other world to explore, to kind of get away from reality. It's a day where I don't have to pick up a pencil and study the human body, which is lovely.
At 12. Big success, big failures. The whole campaign will have one or two instances where it revolves on a dice throw. You might want to be in a position where you hit the bank boss at the very end and you miss. What happens next?
Nice. Reunification. At any one point, there may have been like a low point for the game, and maybe you need to get back together with your party. It's that uplifting moment you find happiness in the darkness.
It's 7. Pets, creatures and collections. The PCs inadvertently will try and start zoos. They will collect anything from fluffy squirrels to NPCs who only came to give them a message that was a letter. They will try and charm them all.
4. A ball or a party or an event. Away from your quite dirty travels around the wilds, you finally get the chance to go to this big, exquisite ball with lots of nobles and dignitary. How on earth are you going to make a fool of yourselves now?
And 11. An inciting incident. This could be something as like simple as what's going on with the world. Something to kind of put the players on a path where you want to complete the quest. Could be a disease, a cult, a world-ending event, something of that nature.
6. An environmental event. Lots of these can happen while you're travelling. Have you gone through a mountain pass and been a little bit too loud and the snow's falling down in on you? Have you read the map wrong and there totally isn't a bridge there when you thought there was going to be a bridge?
5. A chase or an escape. A staple of any fantasy. You pinch something, the guards are aware, and now they are chasing you. What happens next?
3. Espionage. A staple of any good D&D game. It's the mission that's probably going to fail because your party has not spec'd into stealth. You've got this fun espionage mission. It's probably going to blight Benny Hill.
2. Travelling and camping. Realistically, there will be places to go and things to do. They will not be next to each other. You have to travel, you have to camp. I'll harken back to the campfire. If there's a noise in the dark, what do you do?
10. A bar fight. Every single group goes into a bar with the hopes of having a lovely quiet evening. Not. They go in there with chaos in their eyes and sort of carnage in their hearts and start beating NPCs with chairs.
In 9, deaths. Non-player characters can die, pets can die, players can die. Very, very emotive, very, very dramatic moments within a campaign.
You sit around the table, roll shiny math rocks, and you have unintentional therapy within the meantime. That's the too long didn't read for D&D.
You can leave all your troubles behind. If you've had a shitty week, you come to the table, and yeah, it's just a different world.
Yeah, that's quite literally it.
It's a poem called Dice by Mike. Big ones, small ones, round ones, square ones, triangle ones, spotty ones, numbered ones, multiple all at the same time ones. It's all in the potential.
So you finally reach the last challenge, stood in a cavernous space where light doesn't touch. Mountains of gold and gemstones reflect the very little bouncing light. The dragon knew you were coming. Her perch is littered with the remains and belongings of those who came before you. She will burn you to a crisp and feed you to her young if you fail. Every decision counts. Every second matters. What do you want to do? It's not real. The boss fight doesn't happen. The dragon isn't real. But we're all enjoying ourselves, and it is a great way to explore perhaps more stressful or quite sad topics in an environment where you have support of multiple friends. It does feel sort of intimate, that you are very close to this person, but you might not actually know that much about their personal life. Their actual real-world personal life. So if you're somebody who doesn't actually enjoy talking about your real-world personal life, and we do have players like that, the option is still there to form a connection that is based off of creativity.
It's the kind of game, the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. And one of the things that we often see with newer players is they come along very timid, very shy, very like, touchy-feely, what's going on here? When they've been around a month, 2 months, 3 months, they open up and stretch the legs. And the imagination is like any other kind of muscle. The more you use it, the better you get with it. And where we can just kind of put a tablecloth on one of these literally camp tables, and we can kind of use pens for scenery and Pringles cans for a tower, and just roll dice and get lost in an imaginary world. It's fantastic.